neighbor or your homie from around the way, shit gets really fucking quiet in here. Shit gets real good in here. And I am desperate to figure out why you feel like you aren't in that place. What is it? Parenting. I get it. I know why. I'm just trying to get you to realize, what are you waiting for to change? The reason I talk randomly about going and visiting retirement homes is because I want you to see what regret and resentment looks like at 90 years old. The reason I think the number one thing that every person in this room should do is go and volunteer in a retirement home next week for a day is because A, it's a nice deed and they'll love it, but you are going to get disproportionately more value out of it because you're going to look at a stranger who's not your grandparent and you're going to jam. You'll talk and you'll interact. I promise you, when you see 90-year-old regret or resentment from not doing or living their lives by somebody else's point of view, aka their parents, you will get so fucking scared. It will completely change the course of how you do shit. It stuns me that people's self-esteem in this room are wrapped up in how many Instagram followers they have. It stuns me in the shit that we do because of other people's opinions. The reason I've been able to deploy patience is because when I was 29 years old and worked for my daddy's liquor store and my other friends were at Wall Street and making $200,000 a year, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck because I knew how it was going to.
Jumping on, if anybody can just let me know if you can hear me or just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, cheers, Marvin. Thank you. So I've asked you, I think there's 71 and not one of you has done it so far. Please, can you just comment in the chat box one thing that you're literally struggling with or that you want help with or anything at all? Literally, it doesn't have to be with mindset stuff. It can be with the Forex side of it, what you're struggling with, understanding the charts, anything. If you can do that, please. Yeah, I've got you, Philip. Thank you, mate. You're the only one that responded to the Forex Messenger group as well, the message in there. So this is purely based on what you responded to about emotions. Anything else? Well, there's nothing else I'm going to talk about because I don't know what you guys are struggling with. So unfortunately, I can't read your mind. So I've done about 8 weeks of mindset stuff now. So it's just getting to a stage of it's very repetitive for me. I can go over the same thing over and over and over, but I think it's getting to a stage now. It's going to have to be more specific to your personal needs. If you don't want to put it in the personal group, message me personally. I'm not going to call you out on it. I'll just say, a person. So, if you're embarrassed or whatever, don't be. You shouldn't be. So I've literally been there. But yeah, I'll cover the emotions. No problem, mate. By the way, there's a lot about emotions in the last. They're all on YouTube, by the way. So if you need them, send me a link. There's about 7 or 8 on there. I think there's about 4 or 5 then that talk about emotions. Smithers struggling to put together the indicators to make good trades on Forex Pitchforks. Okay, I unfortunately cannot help you at all with Pitchforks. You're best off talking to Connor, mate. He's very, very good at what he does. He will help you. He's a very approachable guy. If I knew it, I don't literally know a single thing about it. I know how it works and what the strategy is, but to put it together and how it all works in the end, I don't know. Sorry, mate. But yeah, just if you don't know who Connor is, let me know. I'll introduce you. I'm still on demo at the moment, so not felt the pressure of my own wallets yet. So yeah, to feel the pressure. Yeah, and that is the big thing, Marvin. Between demo and real money, it does make a big difference. I don't know, some people will say I'm wrong in saying this, but I personally did not go onto a demo. I literally spent a day on a demo and went over to real money, because how long do you stay on demo for? You know, it could take, because we're all different, you know, it could take you literally 3 weeks to get good at this. It could take you 3 years. I've been trading 18 months, nearly 19 months in Forex now. HFX stuff, I've only been doing about 9 weeks. It took me about 4 days to grasp it, but that's obviously 17 months of Forex behind me as well. So, you know, it's, everyone's different. I personally went over to a real account, and all I did, I funded my account with I had a balance of 750. So all I did was I just traded with £1 trades. Yeah. So if you're going to lose 10 in a row, it's not fantastic. No, don't get me wrong. We don't want to be losing 10 in a row, but at least you're only losing £10. Yeah. So that's what I did, because it's just the psychology behind it. Even though you're playing with £1, you still think, oh, you know what, this will actually end up in my account, because it's my money, it's my real money. Even if you change, if you put a £1 stake on and you win £1.70 back, it feels good. You know, you get 3 or 4 of them in the row, it does feel good. It's just the psychology behind it, because all you're looking for is consistency. That's all we're after. Yeah. So if you can get 2 or 3 in a day on a wins, that's all you need. Yeah, it's literally all you need. Please don't go and bang in. Maybe in the first 2, 3, 4 weeks when you're trying to get to understand it, yeah, you'll play a lot, and you'll soon start to realize, oh wow, you know, I'm putting 5 trades down, and then I put another 3 down, and there's 7 down, and there's 6 down. It's a lot of trades. You just being a busy fool, really. That's personally me from my experience. You know, you can go and win maybe 10 in a row, and you think, oh, I'll do one more. You then lose 4 in a row. You're sort of back, close to where you were when you even started. So, you know, so, like people say, walk away when you're up. What else we got? HFX, yeah. So people get confused. Smithers, sorry, I don't know is that your real name or your nickname or your surname? HFX is basically, it is Forex. It's just a faster motion, basically. So Forex, I used to do, it complies of spending about 2, 3, 4 hours a day on the charts, which that's when I came over to HFX stuff. It literally just does not suit me and my lifestyle. You know, I've got other businesses and stuff, and lifestyle with my kids. So the HFX stuff, yeah, it is Forex in a way. It's just a lot faster, yeah. Which, yeah, I'm sure if you're busy and you've got kids or work, or I think a lot of us in here are self-employed, so it does fit in well with what we do, really. Because, you know, I think 23rd was it? Yeah, just 2 days before Christmas, I did 12.1% growth in 9 minutes. So, you know, 9 minutes, that's literally me done for the morning, you know, for the day even. I could have really walked away for the week, you know, because if we're hitting 3% a day for five days, that's 15%, 12.4, 12.6%, pretty much could have done it. You know, just because we're trying to aim for 3%, if you get 2.1, 2.7, 2.6% for that day, that's good enough. You know, you don't have to hit 3% every single day. Don't put pressure on yourself. Enjoy the journey. Sam, being still on demo, learning, I'm not really sure yet. And what I'm struggling with defo ports, I've been taking a trade for the sake of it, even though I can find the perfect setup. Yeah, I feel you, mate. 100%. I've done it over and over and over again. You're literally just trying too hard, basically. You know, it's not a bad thing. It's just your drive in you that you want to, you know, make it happen there and then. It's a little bit of greed, probably. You know, I do it sometimes still now. You know, I'm not perfect. I'll put my hands up. Maybe do it once every 3 to 4 weeks. You know, I'll just, oh yeah, I want the trade to do what I want it to do, and not obviously that the trade's going to do what it wants to do. You know, the market, we cannot change. That's one thing that's totally out of our control. We cannot change what the markets do. So, you know, people, the big boys, they say we get paid to wait, you know, and in this example, obviously HFX stuff, we're only doing, I don't know what you trade, but some of us do 1 minute or 3 minutes. So it's not that long. You know, when I was doing Forex, I was literally had to wait for hour candles long. Yeah, so I waited for an hour, obviously 3 till 4, 4 till 5, 5 till 6, come back like 10 at night. You know, sit there for 3 hours. I'd go away, go to work. I've got a taxi company, so sometimes I'd go and do a job. I'd come back, Sometimes I'd miss it because I'd take another taxi job on. So, it's quite frustrating to fit it in. So obviously that's, why the HFX works really well for me. I literally spend I block off maximum 45 minutes to an hour of my day to do the HFX stuff. I never usually use that much time. It's literally about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. Please don't compare yourself to other people. I used to do that. And what you're feeling, guys, if you're new to Forex or HFX, I've literally been there. We have all been there. You have to get through all this, the barriers, to get to, where you want to be. We do not come out of the womb able to ride a bike. We do not come out of the womb able to, cut hair. We do not come out of the womb being able to, service a boiler. These things take time and training. I think I was looking last night, actually, for examples. A solicitor takes usually 4 to 6 years. A doctor, we all know, or a vet, takes 7 to 9 years. And a pilot takes similar time. So if you want to be good at it, and we all know everything good in life, it takes time, unless it's illegal. Yeah. So you got to put the time and effort in. And I'm not talking hours and hours and hours. Literally half an hour a day will be enough. Mindset wise, if you want a list, I can send it over to you. I literally have YouTube on every single morning for an hour, even when I'm changing the bloody baby's ass. Yeah. So having the background, psychological, you will take stuff in. Yeah. What that guy's listening to then, Gary V, he's fantastic. He's really brutal. Doesn't give a shit. Swears a lot. Yeah. Says it how it is. I'm pretty much like that in life. I'd not that I'm rude, but I don't give a shit what people think about me, because they're not going to pay your bills at the end of the day. That's the way you got to see it. What else we got? What time of day do you find best to trade yourself? I typically time of day. So time of day, it's again preference to people. I was told to basically trade in the markets that you're trading. So for example, if you're trading a Euro GBP pair, so the euro, as in the euro coin against the Great British Pound, that pair, you should be trading in them sort of times. So when the London Stock Exchange is open, so 6 a.m. till 1 p.m. If you're doing an Australian dollar, you can find this on Google if you don't know what they are. So if you're doing a Australian dollar, that opens about 9 o'clock, I think it is, the Sydney market, 9 p.m. Yeah, then if you've got 4 sessions, so you've got London, Tokyo, Sydney, and New York. Yeah, so different pairs. But me personally, I do it between 11 and 1 o'clock, 11 p.m. and 1 in the morning. Why them times? Because she's in bed, I get peace and quiet. The babies are not around me. The little boy's not around me pestering me, because I need to be focusing. So when you grow your accounts, when you're trading with 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds of stakes, and you've got that amount of money on the line, you literally need to have all your attention on the screen. You've noticed a few times, maybe my head keeps on popping to the side. That's my phone. Yeah. So it's in a distraction. When I trade, I put my phone on airplane mode, because ping, that's all I hear all day long. Facebook Messenger, you can see it's flashing at the top there. Yeah, the messenger group, it keeps on going. So any distractions, I put them all off. I put the music, the TV off. I like quite dark. People are different, I like to have it like this. I've got a TV on the wall here, or standing here. So I will have my race option account on my TV and my charts on my iMac, and obviously some peaceful music in the background. If you just search for them, some of those things, people find it stupid. People laugh at you, thinking, "What? This is absolutely stupid." It's like chill out music. It's really lethargic. You can get like chill out music. That's, there you go, ambient chill out, lounge, relaxing stuff. It does help. And going back to taking a trade for the sake of it, I think you're more hyped up if you're in the zone, and obviously if you had the banny with your missus or your husband or whatever, you're thinking, fucking, I'll just take this trade and you just hope for the best. Or I'm a baby. I'm literally like, if I stub my toe on a desk, that's me pissed off like 4 hours. Yeah, so just small stuff like that. If you had a shit day at work, don't come home and trade, because you're just literally going to go with your emotions. You're angry, you're just going to do what you want to do really, rather than what your mind's telling you. Yeah, that's the time I trade, quite late at night, or I do it obviously with Sean as well, so 6 o'clock in the morning. But I do bear in mind that obviously I'm trading sort of twice, if you wish, so I don't really take a lot of trades. I don't take more than 3 trades or 4 days maximum, four trades a day. That's pretty much maximum. I lose 2 on a trot, that's it, me done. I'm done for 3 days. That's how serious I take it. I take 3 days off. Yeah, it's just to protect your account. You know, if you take 2 losses, 3 losses, 4 losses, some people go even 10 losses because they start chasing it, which is the worst thing you can do. Yeah, you're just going to blow accounts, which again I can relate to because I've done it. I've blown 6 accounts. Yeah, 7 grand. That's what I've blown. Yeah, so if you sit there thinking, oh, this guy's chatting shit, he doesn't know what he's talking about, I'll show you if you want me to show you how much money I've lost. Yeah, so whatever you're feeling, I've been through it. Now, I still go through it now. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm no pro. You know, it's just how you manage them emotions. It's really, really important. And in the start, I was like, nah, I'm Billy Big Balls. I don't need any help. I'm all cocky and confident. I don't need nobody to guide me and stuff. And that's just exactly what had happened because I had that attitude. That's why I blew accounts. Yeah, so it's my own fault, really. What else we get? When do the markets reopen properly? You're talking about now? I think they're open since yesterday, 27th, 26th. I think they were open. Or if you're talking about the actual markets, they open Sunday evening 10 p.m. and they close Friday evening 10 p.m. So they closed on Saturday or Friday, 2 hours of Friday night, all of Saturday, all of Sunday up until 10 p.m. But we trade Bitcoin on the weekend, so we can still trade. Jake Smith, oh yeah, okay, we do, mate. My nickname, I am in Pitchfork group for me, but I think it's worrying about having to cover the cost of monthly sub. I think that's messing my mind up. Okay. If you're worrying about that, mate, you don't realize how big of an opportunity this is. Basically, you break it down. Well, that's what I did. I don't really know. You may be, I don't know. You may be very, very skint, which is fair enough. Which, you know, if you are, you don't have to say here. If you are, then obviously it's a lot to find every month. But you just got to take the opportunity to. Everybody has to invest their time into something. You know, if it's not this, you're going to be spending 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand on a course, on a 2-day course in the UK. That's when you'll be skint. So you've just got to invest your time. So I don't know what your habits are. Do you go out and drink, or I don't really know, mate, but I don't drink. No, I'm far from a millionaire, but I'm, you know, I've got a few pennies, but so the money side doesn't really bother me because I'm making a fair bit off the trading side anyway. But how I seen it in the start, you know, it did sort of cross my mind thinking, do I want to pay that? You know, it did sort of think, oh yeah. But then as soon as somebody showed me what you were getting, and you know the academy side and the community, and this was 18 months ago. So you know the value that you're getting, what you're paying for, is phenomenal. You will literally not get it anywhere else. So what I did, I broke it down. So I thought, you know what, I'll break it down per month, per week, sorry, per day. It's like £4.40 a day. Yeah, so that's nothing. Well, to me, it's not. It's literally like. So you can imagine how much coffee I drink whilst driving the taxis. I used to typically drink about 3 Starbucks a day, 2 Lucozades, and 1 Red Bull a day on average. To start with, that's far too much caffeine. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to cut back anyway. Yeah. So I thought, if I've got that money in my bank, I'm just gonna spend it elsewhere on Starbucks. So let's take 1 Starbucks away. What's that, about £2.50, £2.80, £3? When I go to Starbucks, what else am I gonna buy? And either a biscuit, or a bag of crisps, or a sandwich. So my bill then comes to about £7, £8. Yeah, so I took away that. Do I need it? No, it's just habit. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, whatever you're spending your money on, whether it's shit or good stuff, I don't know. Whether you have, you know, a crate of Carlsberg or whatever, I don't really know what people do these days. I don't really drink, but drugs is massive these days. Not saying you're doing that, but people complain to me, oh, I don't have this, don't do that. I can't pay my mortgage. I can't pay my car on finance. Well, you've got a 40 grand Range Rover on finance for £600 a month, that's where your money's going. You can't, well, you know, that, and obviously, you know, they go out, spend £100 on alcohol, spend £100 on drugs and stuff. You know, I'm definitely not saying that anybody does that, but it's just priorities, mate. You know, I said a lot of depression, so it's the motivation. But I have to say, I'm really loving this group, and I'm learning a lot. It's amazing. I love the way you put it. It makes sense. I probably spend 10 a day just on food whilst at work. There you go, mate. So simple answer: start making sandwiches. Yeah, you'll save £10 on £9. Loaf of bread costs you £1.50. Thereabouts. Pack of ham, pack of cheese, pretty much do you for the whole week. Yeah, so you're spending £50 a week. If you're working 6 days a week, you're obviously spending 60. So it's just simple things like that, mate. If you're worried about an investment of a lifetime to learn a skill of a lifetime, you know, and you're spending £10 per day on probably, I don't know what you drink, Monster, Red Bull, shit, Cokes, sausage rolls and stuff. Just cut it out, mate. It's not good for your health either. And that's another big thing. I started to run. I've seen a massive difference in me, myself, my motivation. I was willing to do stuff. I was more energetic. You know, I know we all got busy lifestyles and stuff. But literally just go for a walk, you know, 10, 15 minutes, even if it's like 1 a.m. I went last week at like, I think it was about 12:30 at night, started jogging. The looks I got was just outrageous, but that's just me. That's just me as a lifestyle. So what I've literally sort of brief, because like I said in the start, I don't really have, I've got enough, but I could talk and talk and talk. I just want to be more specific to you. And the only people that replied to me early on in the chat was Philip. But this is my why. This is another big thing. If you've not been on my mindsets calls before, you massively, hugely need to have a why. And please don't say it's just for money. Yeah, we all do it for money. You need to have something else. Yeah, so I want to buy a bigger house. I've just moved. I was in a one-ish, 1.5 sort of bed house before. Now I'm in a 4-bed house. Yeah, so obviously with the money, it's given that flexibility and that lifestyle to do sort of what you want. You know, I'm not financially free yet, you know, but I'm pretty much on the way. You know, so it's that my taxi company has helped. Don't get me wrong, but you know, in the next sort of 2 to 3 years, this HFX stuff is absolutely crazy. It's going to take me to stupid places. Buy 3 supercars. I want to leave a legacy to my kids, so they have options. You know, not saying I was without and I didn't do without as a kid, as a child. But if they want to go around the world when they're 16, 17, 18, I don't want to say to them, well, we're going to have to save for a year. You know, we'll have to put this on a credit card. I want to literally have the money to say, look, if that's what you want to do, fantastic. Because I'm all about life experience. I spent 3 years in Connecticut working there with a disability camp with children. So, you know, if my kids want to do that, I will do it. So this will literally give me the options to do it. You know, I want to buy £150,000 watch, a Patek Philippe. I'm not sure if people have heard about that. Have financial and time freedom. I think that's for a lot of us. This one's just personally for me, but more so of my partner. She is a nurse in an EMI care home at the moment. So she works with the old and frail and dementia and stuff. So I literally want to buy her or build one for her. You know, we're going to run the taxi alongside of it, but that's going to cost a lot of money. You know, it's not now, but it's definitely on my goals. So if you haven't got one, you need to get a board. You know, my board is up here behind my computer. Everything on there is up there. You call it a vision board. Yeah, you have to be able to see these things every single day. So some people I know, they have it in their toilet. They have it when the sun's out. We know what they call the sun visor in their car. They'll have it there. Picture of a Ferrari, Lamborghini. You need to see these things. If you want a brand new Bentley, or it doesn't have to be brand new, if you want to buy a Bentley or a Ferrari or whatever car you want, if you're into cars, go to the dealership, sit in it, smell it, feel it, drive it. You know, when you get that sensation, you're thinking, shit, wow, I'm going to put my time and effort into whatever you're doing. Obviously this, I'm guessing, to be able to, you know, buy that car. So it's all about emotions, you know. So when you sit in a brand new Lamborghini, you can smell the leather. You know, I've been to a Bentley. That's what I want, a Bentley Continental. So I've been to sit in one. I've been to drive one. You've got to go, and it's like giving kids chocolate, isn't it? You give it to them, they want it even more. You try and take it away from them, they want it even more again. You know, so obviously when I went to the Bentley garage, it was all singing and dancing. When I sat in it, I literally fell in love. I was like, wow, I want this car. It just makes your connection to that thing a lot more. My partner's from Chester. I'm not sure where you're all from, but northwest of England in Chester. So we've seen where she used to live. You know, we've seen a house about 5 miles down the road. That is the house I'm going to buy. It's like an 8-bed old sort of manor house. That's the bed. That's the house I'm going to buy. I've got it up there on my printed out on my board. So yeah, please make one of these. You know, again, you may think that they're worthless and they're not very good, but you need a why. Why are you doing this thing? You know, I'm sure there's a lot of you in there, which are the plumbers, electricians, plasterers, and all stuff, and you all say the same. You know, your back's going and your knees are going, but I'm sure you do it for more than that as well. You know, if you've got kids, I'm sure you obviously want about happy smiles and faces on your children. Like this year, this Christmas, a lot of people have done without. If they had the HFX 2 years ago, would they be in a position to be able to say, you know what, I'm booming, COVID is hit, but I don't care because I've got 150, 200, 250 grand in my HFX account. You know, so that's the power that this thing can do to you. So this is for you, Phil. Emotions, mate. So again, like I said, I have touched on this before, but I'll do it again because obviously you asked. So it's the body's reactions to a thought. To stop it, you literally just try and stop the thoughts going through your mind, and that is the hardest part. You know, it's easy to say. Even now, I still get it. So William Gann, he's a very sort of famous person that came up with a trading idea, the Gann theory. It's to do with price action and price movement, similar to what we do, but obviously he does it on a lot bigger scale, like a 4-hour window, a week, a daily and a weekly charts. So someone once told him, I have this opportunity in Forex where I can sell, but at the moment I cannot sleep, sorry. So his reply was, keep on selling until you can sleep. So it's making people uncomfortable. So I think in regards to what we're doing, if you're not comfortable taking a trade or you're too comfortable taking too many trades, you just need to try and find that balance, whichever way. You know, the biggest thing I cannot teach you is experience. Yeah, so whether it is, it's just literally keep at it. And if you got to twist and turn a few spots here and there, do it. You know, if it's going well for you for 3 weeks, but then you start to see a change for a week, something's changed. You know, that might have been just a beginner's luck maybe, or you just had a good spin for 3 weeks. Totally agree, totally works. I wrote myself a list beginning of the year and hit 4 out of 5. My 5th to go to luxury holiday with family for 2 weeks before we stopped it. So next year, list I made. Fantastic, mate. Well done. That's amazing to hear. You know, if you literally hit, what's that, 90%, so yeah, 80% of your goals. Well, you would have hit the 5th, I guess. It's obviously COVID stopped you. So yeah, literally fantastic. Literally write them down, you know, your goals. You don't have to have them on the wall like I do, but it's just me. It's that people say that it's good to do. You know, write it down, visualize it. But literally pen and paper, it will take you 5 minutes, 7 minutes, if that. You know, what do you want out of life? We're literally here only once, unfortunately, guys.
Yeah, come down and decide what you want, Bill.
So the next one, guys, would be baby steps. So it's to do with the Kaizen approach, which was it's come from the United States. It was implemented in the Japanese method. It's to take basically smaller trading positions. I did notice early on, Philip, that you are only trading with £1 stake sizes. After that, I'll put my hands up and be honest with you. I don't know what the next option would be. Leave it with me. I'll try and think of something. But if you're, just comment in the chat, mate, what your problem or your issue is. I know you're saying about emotions, but try and elaborate a bit more, if you will. You trade 1%. So demo accounts, like I said early on. So it's like a rifle range. You know, I could literally show you how to use rifle, clean it, reload it, pull it back together, you know, do whatever we want with it. And then let's go out by lunchtime, 4 or 5 hours later, we could be hitting the target 95 to 100% of the time. Yeah. But now the question is, if I sent you back out at 2 p.m., would you be able to do the same thing if someone was hitting back at you? My point being, you're trying to trade, but what's this doing? Yeah. Your mindset is going overdrive. Should I take the trade? Should I not? That's people shooting back at you. Yeah. On our other mindset stuff, on our recordings, we've got another person in the group. He's quite deep into psychology. He's a psychologist. So he used to talk about the devils and the stuff on the shoulders, you know, speaking and hitting you in the head, not literally, but psychologically. So it's in the subconscious mind, you know, saying, yeah, take the trade. You know, you sat there with race option in front of you on the screen. Yeah, let's say, for example, you put in a £10 stake down and you're getting 80% returns. You're thinking, oh, I'm going to get £18 back. Yeah, let's do it. Bang. You should not have taken the trade. Yeah, because that demon has told you to do it. What we're doing there is we're just chasing the trades. We're just being greedy. Going back again, that is just literally wait for the trade to come to you. You know, if we miss that one or we don't take it, how many other trades are there going to be over the next week, month, year? Literally millions. Yeah, we've got millions and millions and millions of opportunities to be able to sit in front of the race option chart and take the trades that we want. Just cherry pick the ones that you want. You know, I've not traded since a long time. Well, 23rd, that was the last time I traded now. Yeah, because I know my mind's going, well, 23rd, 24th and 25th. I was just going crazy about Christmas presents and getting this, doing that, and bloody stuffing the turkey and all that shit. The 26th, it's just chill out day. So 27th was yesterday. What happened yesterday? Oh yeah, I wasn't in the right mind frame. Just didn't feel it. You know, I was in a bad mood. Couldn't tell you why. Just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm sure we all get them days. Just a shit day. I won't go and trade. You know, if I would have lost maybe 3 trades, two maximum 3 trades. If I'm risking, you know, it all depends on what you risk, but I typically risk 2 to 3%. You know, I don't recommend that when you're first starting, but 3% times 3 trades, I would have lost 9% of my account. Now, you know, just imagine you've got, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 grand worth of accounts. 9% of that is a fair bit. You know, if we're talking 60 grand, let's round it up to 10%. That's 6 grand you've lost in 3 trades. So if your mindset is not in the right place, that's where you need to start thinking. Even you, Philip, you know, even if you're only doing a £1 trade, you need to start thinking, where's that going to get me when I'm turning into £10 trades, £100 trades, £400 trades, £900 trades? You're putting £1,000 down to get a return. Yeah, yes, the return is fantastic, but the mindset has to be phenomenal. You've got to, you know, be able to cherry pick, pin perfect that trade to make sure it's bob on before you take that trade. So if you can do that in the early stages, if you can practice that in the early stages, you'll be fantastic. If you cannot grow an account from, let's say, £300 to 10 grand, you're never going to be able to do it from 50 grand to 700,000. Yeah, because the concept is exactly the same. All we're doing is just playing with small, bigger figures. Yeah, but the concept is still the same. We still do the same sort of strategy, same sort of stuff. How much do you stake per trade? I'm not going to tell you that, mate. We don't really share what I don't personally do. Well, I'm not going to tell you. It's the same as me asking what's in your bank account. You know, and one thing it's going to do, if I told you I've got 80 grand in there, I don't. But if I've got 80 grand in there, you're just going to compare yourself to me and say, oh, I want to be like him. I'm going to do it. I want to do 80 grand straight away. You know, just concentrate on you, mate. Don't worry about that. You know, no problem, mate. Move to real money account fairly quickly. You know, that's what I said in the start. Everyone is different. People may not agree with me. I personally just think, you know, if I'm going to spend, no, but don't get me wrong, I did it right at the start. I did spend about 14, 16 days on demo account, just playing around and stuff. That was back 18 months ago. But I think, you know, emotion-wise, mindset-wise, the emotions are different. And I think obviously the best thing I can tell you is obviously just go very, very, very small. Just go £1 trades, because the difference in concept of demo, real, fake account to real account is totally different. That's not your money. You know, another thing I started with, I had a £100,000 demo account, and then I only started with £750. So I got used to placing trades of like 3, 4, 5 grand at one point because I was trading with a £100,000 account on a demo. It's not the same as obviously trading with 750. one thing it did do for me was it actually disappointed me. It was like, whoa, I'm winning like 7-8 grand here, you know, per pop. I was then dropped down to 750 quid and thinking, oh, I've only made like 13 quid. Oh, I've only made 30 quid. Oh, I've only made 40 quid. So it's a big comparison then, obviously, to drop. If anything, you need to obviously start small and grow bigger, because obviously that's, you know, the best way to do, isn't it? You have to take a lot of losses before you realize it. Yeah. So, you know, not saying that you do have to, but it is going to happen naturally. Either the trade doesn't go with you, it's your mindset, sometimes even technology hiccups. I don't know whether you've noticed on base options, sometimes you try to place a trade and it says unable to place trade, pisses me right off. Yeah, it's like the perfect trade and it just doesn't go through for you. I don't know whether it's happened to other people. But yeah, there's like sort of 4 things, technical things. So there's 4 things there that are literally going against you straight away. So losses are going to happen. We're only human. You know, even the big boys, they do lose. You know, a lot of people you may have seen us mention about Matty Pips. Some of you may have watched him. He's got now, he must be on about £8 million account. I watched him about 2 weeks ago. He lost 4 in a trot. So, you know, even he's literally a pro at what we do. He even loses. It's not just us. So when you take a loss, the best thing you can do is literally bounce from it straight away. And I know it's hard, you know, it really is. It's easy to say, but you literally have. I did a course back in June, July, August. I think it was with one of my coaches, my mentors, and he's massively into psychology and what's it called? NLP, is it? Yeah, NLP and stuff like that. He literally told me you've got between 45 minutes to 60 minutes to bounce out of your loss because you're pissed off, or you're going to be pissed off for the next sort of 24 hours. And that used to be me. So he's taught me a few things, you know, how to do it, just literally small things, you know. You can literally, if you take a loss, I literally put my computer off, walk away, take a shower, go and walk the dog, go and have food, go for a run, go to the gym, go to the shop. If you smoked, go and have a fag. You know, it's just, there you go, the 7 things that I've just told you. So just literally take your mind away from it. You know, the best thing emotionally for me is spending time with my kids. When I see him smile, it makes me smile. So it's just that attachment straight away, as fast as you can, because you're going to be pissed off. And please, whatever you do, don't just stay there and try and get the money back. It's not going to happen. You're going to make it worse, and you're going to lose money. What else we got? Emotions books. There's a guy called Steve Ward. He's actually written a book about SCS, the Special Forces training. It's all to do with, it's based on trading. So it's not just about the SCS. It's all around about Forex trading, but it's based on how the SCS, they train themselves. So if you want to have a look at that, that's a really good book. I hate reading, so you can get it on audio. Just literally buy it off Amazon, stick it in the van or in the car when you go into work or whatever you want. It's a CD, or you can, these days you can get it on your phone, can't you? Do you practice mindful? How do you mean, mate? Other than that, this is what we're on, 43 minutes here. I've been going nearly 45 minutes. That is a pretty simple thing for me. Do not ever give up. I didn't, like I say, I've blown 6 accounts. I've been very, very, very close. I couldn't tell you how many times to say, fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore. You know, it will cross your mind. You know, I'm thinking, why am I still doing it? Why am I still doing it? I'm losing money. But now it's all just, you know, clicked into place. The jigsaw has been made. I can see the bigger picture. It's all falling into place. My mindset is fantastic. I'm making money. I'm growing at least 3, 4, 5% per day. You know, it's, why would I want to stop now? There you go. That's one of my sayings. Well, I've stolen it from somebody else, but I love it. Everything we want is on the other side of fear. So if you can get over fear, you know, so we're struggling, we've got fear, obviously you've got success. So if you can push yourself through the fear, you know, if you're feared to take a trade, you're feared to put your money down, you know, you're feared, I don't know, there's loads of different things. But yeah, failure is just 1 step closer to success. I have tried 11 businesses before I got to my taxi company now, which turns over 6 figures. So basically it's taken me 11, 12 businesses in total to get to the one that works. So you're definitely not going to gain, understand and gain where you want to be, the money, financial side in HFX overnight. It's just like taking the flight or staircase, isn't it? It's not physically, no, but you're going to take 3 steps up, but sometimes you fall back down. Maybe you're 3 steps up, but if you take 2 down, you're still on the first step. Don't take it as a loss. I see it as a learning curve. Whenever you lose, you've learned something. Don't get pissed off with yourself. You go back to trading, especially go back and analyze why you lost that trade. There's a reason. Get a, what do you call it? God, I can't speak tonight. Sorry. Piece of pen and paper, write them all down. Why a trading plan. So date, time, what pair you're doing. You can even do it on an Excel spreadsheet. What pair you're doing, the amount you risked. I've even added to what my emotion was and even what the weather was, because I've noticed about 11% of my losses are done when it's raining outside. It's just scary. There's all these things that you can look into. It's a deep, deep place. Mindful as if living in the present moment, so past thoughts and futures thoughts cannot speak through to your mind, because here now, and Middleton from myself teacher this in his book. As a past thoughts, futures thoughts cannot speak through your mind. Yeah, really, mate. Whatever's happened 3 hours ago, I can never change that. Just whatever. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. I'm sure you all have as well. We all have been. My attitude on life is literally, like I said earlier on, I don't give a shit. It is what it is. I've lost some close people to me in my life. So it's literally, like you say, we are here now. We got to make it work here and now, or moving on forward. And what we can do is put steps and strategies in places to make us have a better lifestyle. So yeah, and Middleton, I seen him live actually last year. He's fantastic. Yeah, no worries. But anything else, guys, you want to go over? Usually they're a bit longer than this. They're pushing about an hour and 15, hour and 10, but I can go over the same thing over and over and over again. A lot of you are quite new here, but I've been usually having the same one, so I don't want to repeat myself, sort of thing. But if you want to have another chat with me, I'm more than happy to do one-to-ones. I think I'm going to start doing one-to-ones rather than doing all this, because I think people will open up a lot more. How do you deal with wearing different hats? I was watching a video about this the other day, actually. You just literally do it, mate. I couldn't really tell you. A lot of people ask me that. How do you manage it? Sometimes I'm up at 4 a.m. doing taxi airport jobs, and then I'm back to sleep for 2 hours, 3 hours, then I'm back up then for school runs. That's like 8 a.m. It's just, I'm super, super driven. I would literally, like I said, I've gone through 11 failed companies. That you can imagine the stress that's given me. My last one gave me a debt of 52,000. So I've been close to, I'm not going to say it, but I've been close to the edge. I've been close to the point. You've just got to be strong and find it within yourself, and that goes back to your why. Why do you do it? The trader work dad life. I'm lucky. I've got a very, very supportive partner. She obviously, as a lot of us do, all our partners moan at us, but she's literally phenomenal. She does so much with the kids. I've got that sort of output on life where if I do the hard work now, this next sort of 3 to 5 years, I'll have the rest of my time, hopefully, with the kids then. But I don't want to, obviously ignore them now either. So again, like you say, you just got to try and find that balance. So I've got, me and her, we've literally got this app. It's called, I don't know, it might be any good for you. It's called Time Tree. So is that Time Tree? It's too slow. I can send it over to you if you want. It's called Time Tree. So it's literally a digital calendar. So planning my day, like tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, I know what I'm doing all week. So I've got Zoom sessions with different people, one-to-ones. They're all on the calendar. So she knows what I'm doing. I know what she's doing. Even when I want to phone my bank, I will put it in my diary. Yeah, I'm severely dyslexic, so I forget a lot of stuff. I've got a short-term memory, so I've literally that really does help me anyway. But just planning your day, planning your week really does make a difference. Or if you want to try and find that balance, you got to set off, you know, you just say to your partner or, you know, whoever you live with, your brother, sister, mum, whoever you live with, say to them, do not come near me 6 till 7 in the morning. Oh, why is that? Well, I'm trading with Sean. Leave me well alone. So you've got to, you know, say to other people, this is what I'm doing, and set it out yourself. If you want to trade at night at 10 p.m., set that time aside. You know, before I was trading, I don't know whether you can do it on Samsung, but on an iPhone, you can go to your settings. You swipe across. No, sorry, you don't need to go to your settings. Just swipe across once. It will literally tell you your screen time. You know, so mine at the moment is, what's that, per week, per day? I don't know. So anyway, yeah, you can break it down. Yeah, I think you can do it on Samsung, I'd imagine, on Android. But it breaks it down for you. You know, my social media for the last 3 days has been 3 hours and 50 minutes. So that's fantastic for me. I've just checked that in a long time. So that used to be, before I started to trade, used to be about 7 to 9 hours per day. Yeah, so that's how I do wear a lot of hats. Because the Facebook stuff is definitely not going to pay my bills. And that was another reason I got into Forex. Like, well, I've always seen people do it. I've always wanted to have a go at it. You know, so you've got to literally change Facebook for books, you know, Snapchat to YouTube. You know, watching people get pissed and to record themselves doesn't appeal to me anymore. It used to. You know, that's just my mindset changing. Yeah, they say if you want to become a millionaire, you've got to hang around to 5 other millionaires. You know, I guess it's a hard thing to do because I'm sure a lot of us don't know 5 millionaires, never mind spending time with them. But even just like positive people, you know, one of my old mentors, he cannot have his mum in his own house for more than 20 minutes. He says, you got to go now because she's so negative. You just can't deal with her. You know, I've literally blocked and rejected and not spoke to a fair few of my, I wouldn't say close friends, but people I used to do a lot with because they're just so negative. They used to get me down. You know, you think, oh, I can't do that to my best friend. It's tough shit. You know, that's how brutal life is. If you literally want to spend, you know, hours and hours and hours and hours on Xbox, you know, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with an hour here and there. I don't do it. I don't have an Xbox. I don't have a PlayStation. Whatever you do, whatever your hobbies are, you know, you've got to have that balance of lifestyle as well. You know, or we'll go see now. But like I say, my Facebook per day, I used to spend 8 hours per day on Facebook between Facebook and Netflix. That's definitely not going to get me anywhere in life, is it? So, you know, scrolling. All I can see is the same fucking whingy Karen saying, oh, what time does the Chinese open? Just Google it. Yeah, just does my nut in. If anything, it just frustrates me. But yeah, Brad, if you want to have a call, mate, no problem. We'll get on a one-to-one, try and work some stuff out, buddy. If the balance, it's hard. You know, it's literally, I really couldn't tell you. A lot of people ask me, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? I really don't know. It's just, I'm massively driven, unreal, you know. If I want something done, I will just keep on doing it, and I always do it the hard way. And that's again how I've learned a lot. Do I regret it? No, totally not. You know, because I've learned a lot. I met a lot of people. You know, as I'm going through them businesses, maybe they're all them were the wrong things to do, but as I've done them, I've met thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I've then become friends with them, either, you know, over knowing them down the street or you know, through Facebook, social media. What's happened then to my taxi company is obviously all them people I've known, I was able to obviously push the taxi company, and now it's, you know, it's creating 6 figures a year for me. Not now, fucking this COVID stuff has gone through this crazy stuff. I've dropped 90% revenue, so with the taxi stuff, so I'm very, very lucky for the HFX stuff. That's brought me revenue in. I have the best mindset. I've got past the point of giving a fuck what anyone says or thinks about me. Yeah, it's a fine line, mate. You don't want to become, you know, you don't want to think people that you're a bastard of a guy sort of thing. You know, some people do think about that, mate, I'm sure, but you know, if they think about that about me, that's fine. That's everyone's opinion. It's up to them. But if that's how they feel, they're definitely not going to be my life, are they? I don't want them. They're not going to attract it to me. Jealousy is a massive, massive thing. You know, I was, how old? 22, 23. I was doing very, very well with the solar panel business. I used to be a rep for them. I bought an Audi Q7 and a fairly nice boat. All of a sudden, overnight, I was a drug dealer. You know, people just talk. So no matter what you do, it's people will literally chat shit about you. So like I said, I've been through a lot in my life. So I literally don't care about other people. You know, I will help people more than I help myself. I literally help people grow and grow and grow. But I don't have the best mindset, mate. I've got far to go. You know, the likes of people who I listen to, like Bob Proctor, he's 82 and he's still practicing it. So there's always still people, you know, still things to learn. Keep on learning, keep on learning, keep on learning. But yeah, if anybody wants anything, please let me know. If anybody has got any questions on here now, please ask. You can unmute yourself. Don't be shy. Also, we got Sam. Who have we got on? Participants: Brad, Marvin, Phil, Sam, Sean, and Jake. But yeah, if you've got anything, guys, if not, I will stop this share. But yeah, thanks for participating, guys. I appreciate you jumping on. Like I say, this usually is on every Monday. I try to do it every Monday, but if I don't get stuff, you know, if I don't get reactions off people, I literally don't know what you want to cover. So, you know, I could literally, there you go. That's the CEO of the company we're with, just in case you didn't know, Christopher Terry there. But yeah, thanks so much for jumping on, guys. No problem. Cheers, guys. Take care. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.